Oh, come on! I hate the internet. Wait, are we back? Do I have to try this again, or are we back? Let's see. Maybe this is gonna work. I think it's gonna work. Okay. Can you hear me? Everyone can hear me? I hate the internet. But, welcome back, guys, to Theme Park Wizard. For quite an annoying start. Let's get the spec map back on the thing if it wants to work. Let me try to get rid of some of these tabs here. Every action takes like 20 minutes. It's just ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Okay, let's see if it shares the screen without a problem. And it's on right here. Okay. I don't know what doesn't like me sharing the screen for some reason. There you go. Okay. So, barring any issues, let's run through this kind of quickly. Alright, I have to get off, by the way, at 7:50 p.m. 7:50 members early video to work on it. It's going out to members tomorrow. And then it's coming out to everyone on Monday. So if you want to become a member and see this Donkey Kong video early tomorrow, you can join now for only $2.99 a month, tier 1. But let's go for this Halloween Hornet spec map here. So, this is a new one released today, and I heard from someone of some mazes that they think are coming, and those mazes aren't on here. So I'm going to tell you what I heard from them, and compare to what's on this spec map. So let's go ahead. You see they got a little new design this time around, which is cool. And it's like it's like more of a chart vibe going on here. So the usual way they do it. I like this very cool vibe going on. So this is what's going on in Hollywood. Go through Hollywood first, get through your questions, and then we'll go through Orlando if we have time. But again, we have about 42 minutes left. Thank you all for joining. So let's go, starting from as you walk into Universal Hollywood, and then making our way to the lower lot, as if we were a guest. So, you come on in. Universal Halloween Hornets 2023, right over here. And then you walk on in the park entrance right over here. This yellow area is 2 scare zones. It's really kind of like one large one. But the past couple years have had 2 different themes. Like, actually, there's like clowns in there, and then there's something else. But they get kind of combined and ran across each other. So, it's like 2 scare zones, but a giant scare zone with 2 mini scare zones in there. The other scare zone is where this unknown is. And this is all these yellow ones are scare zones, and these are unknown so far, and will probably remain that way for a while. But yeah, so 3 scare zones in the usual spots they've been in the past couple years. One at the end of Parisian Courtyard Mage, and the other 2 at the beginning of the house, the beginning of the park. Welcome 10 people viewing, which is awesome. If you please can like this video and subscribe for more theme park updates, and become a channel member for early videos, including one tomorrow on some Donkey Kong ideas I have for Super Nintendo World. Alright, so come on in, and you notice, of course, because Fast and Furious is coming, right? So the special effects show is gonna be gone. So where's the new show? Right here in Waterworld. This is something that I've actually heard about a few weeks ago, that the show will be moved to Waterworld, and there won't be a house there this year. Which is, I was like, oh, that's cool. When I was looking for permits and don't find permits, I look at, you guys see the updates probably every week, and there's no house there. This is going to be a show. What show? Not the Jabberwockies, most likely, which is fantastic. Love the Jabberwockies, but they need to stay in Vegas. Some have theorized Slaughter World will be coming here, like making a return in the stage. I've not seen that show, so that sounds obviously from the name much more Halloweeny, so I'm all down for that. But that's plenty of seating. In fact, I think more seating than special effects show that they can use for the show. So it should be a real people eater. Whatever show it is, I hope it's a lot more Halloweeny and like obviously Halloween themed and gory and stuff, like Nightmare Fuel over at Orlando. And it should be a nice people eater, and it'll be awesome if you use fire effects and pyro. But we'll see what's going on here at this show venue that's going to be in the Waterworld stage, which, again, I think is a mutual beneficial win for Hollywood, because I think everyone, hopefully, was getting tired of the Jabberwockies. But we're going to move on up as if we went through our scare zones, our unknown scare zones, and we saw our show earlier. We're going to go ahead and we're going to head towards Secret Life of Pets. And this is where it's with The Last of Us is going. So, Evil Dead Rises out right now, of course, right? And you can tell Horror Hotel was supposed to be Evil Dead Rise before the movie got pushed back a year, and there's probably some contractual obligations that didn't work out. So the last minute they pulled it and made an original house, Horror Hotel. But almost every single scene from Horror Hotel you can see basically in the Evil Dead Rise trailers. So I was thinking maybe Evil Dead will just make a return, right? Because everything's all built probably there. But no, like I said, this is The Last of Us coming here, and they actually added the Naughty Dog logo this time. I'm not sure if that was intentional or not, or if that even makes a difference of it. Now, maybe if the first version was based on the show and this one's based on the game, because the show didn't have too many zombies, but of course the game has a lot more zombies, so maybe that was going on. Maybe they just added the logo, maybe it's always based on the game, but it looks like The Last of Us is coming in our zombie maze, which used to be, of course, The Walking Dead. So that sounds good. I really like The Last of Us show. I haven't played the game, but I like the show, so I'm excited to see what type of zombies they come up, especially if this is confirmed that they put a bloater in there, that big, really super zombie. That'll be pretty intense as well. I've also heard the budget for Halloween Horror Nights is doubled this year to $7 million, so we should be getting some good stuff. Of course, we're getting the Death Eaters. We're getting the Death Eaters in the summertime as well with the Dark Arts. We'll be getting them back here, and then during the Halloween Horror Nights season as well. It'll be a nice, little, awesome show, and you can see all the facades. We have about 9 houses in the Terror Tram, so like 10 houses kind of. See, the facades are all 3D like last year seems to be, and they are doing pretty well. Looking pretty amazing. So I went through the Last of Us. What do you guys think of that? Are you excited for The Last of Us? Or do you wish it was something else? I'm excited. Did anyone watch the show? Let's see if I can put a poll out. I think I have to go to my phone. Let's see. How do I put a poll on here? Or do I have to do it on... I think you have to do it on the actual... But I don't want to mess up the internet, so I'm not going to... yeah. Thumbs up or thumbs down, or put an emoji. What do you guys think of The Last of Us potentially coming to... See, I was already messing up. The Halloween Horror Nights. And Tony says he hopes The Last of Us can switch back to Evil Dead last moment. I mean, if they're smart, they just leave it all the same, just add a few touch-ups, and it's done. So who knows? I don't know if they demolished the sets in there or not, or what it looks like, but it'll be pretty easy construction to do the Evil Dead Rise. Let's see, yeah, I don't know how to. Make sure to smash that like button, guys. Smash that like button. Yeah, I don't know how to do a poll from my phone, but I'll keep trying here. Yeah. Alright, so we moved on from The Last of Us. We did that. We had such a great time, and we're going to continue on toward the Parisian Courtyard. This is, I'm confused. It's an, I don't know what that means. There's a couple of like top secret. I mean, I guess that just means the top. So a couple of ideas of actually what the top secret maze is, but the owl. What do you guys think this owl could be? Because again, I have no idea. Yeah, Sean, I saw your comments. But what is this owl? What do you think this owl is going to be? And you can let me know in the comments below if you're watching this later. But I'm not sure what that could be. I don't know if it's some organization or if it's a monster or yeah, I have absolutely no idea. But this is where I'll go to what I'll hear from. But my other guys have told me. My other guys told me that they have thought they heard that like a legends maze or urban legends maze will go like a Spanish monster legends, right? So like the Chupacabra, La Llorona, all the Spanish legends, but not just one, but like all the Spanish legends, urban legends will go in there. And it kind of makes sense because it looks like the facade looks like kind of a churchy, like an old, dilapidated Spanish church vibe, which you can see right now from the updates. So it makes sense that like it would be an urban legends, like Spanish horror maze because La Llorona was so successful last year and won House of the Year award. So it makes sense they'd want to replicate something like that. Again, I'm not entirely sure what the owl means. I'm just guessing based on what they told me and what I see based on the updates. But yeah, I think urban legends, Mexican urban legends maze would be amazing. Hello, Theme Park Casual. Welcome to the chat. Yeah, let me know what you guys think about that. Would you want an urban Mexican horror legends maze with the Chupacabra and all those urban legends? Krampus, right? Oh no, that's not. That's German. But you know what I'm talking about. Or, dude, what do you think the owl means? Let me know in the comments below. Sean says he knows for a fact there'll be a Blumhouse maze. Just not including Megan, but also Five Nights at Freddy's is a possibility. Yeah, there's a Five Nights at Freddy's movie coming out. Megan would be a fantastic maze or a fantastic scare zone, so I hope he gets one of those because it was very successful this year. So moving on from the Parisian Courtyard to get to yet another scare zone, of course. Then Minnie's Cafe and all that stuff over there. But that's all the mazes, all the houses here. Come on down through the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, and you get to encounter the Death Eaters again, which would be awesome. And then you come to the Kids Storage parking lot, where you encounter Chucky. Chucky has obviously been confirmed. It was confirmed at the end of last year's Halloween Horror Nights maze, or Halloween Horror Nights event. Very excited for Chucky. I love Chucky so much. So excited to see what they do with that house. And the next one is Monsters maze. Second year in a row that it wouldn't be located in its usual spot, the Parisian Courtyard, and this one is themed to Paris. So yeah, this one says Universal Studios or Classic Monsters Paris, but I've also heard and seen concepts for Phantom of the Opera. So I don't know if that even takes place in Paris. But yeah, imagine Phantom of the Opera or Classic Monsters Paris type of maze or house there. What are you guys thinking of that one? Megan and Horn and Five Nights at Freddy's. Pretty great as a nice combined nice combined house. But yeah, what do we got? We got yeah, Classic Monsters. Paris is looking pretty good, or Phantom of the Opera. What are we thinking on that? Love it, hate it. I'm indifferent. I mean, Legends was so well done last year that I'm excited for any monster maze they do, because they did again the last one so lovely, especially with Anubis there. What about Hunchback of Notre Dame? That is the classic monster, but I'm not sure if that's it. I feel like that's too close to Disney, even if Disney may not own him per se, but I feel like they want to get close to Disney, right? That's like people associate Hunchback of Notre Dame with Disney, so I don't think they'll do that. Turning to the Scream 6 maze this year. Hey, if they can work out with was that Paramount? You never know. You never know. It would make a great maze, though, I must say. Alright, so we have Chucky and Monsters right over there. Chucky and Monsters, end of the Carriage George parking lot. Better take the long walk. Those mazes last year were pretty old. Particularly the Halloween one was like always 3 hours, so I'd say go to those first. Next, you're gonna go up to the Terror Tram, which I'm sad it's back. I hope they at least refresh it, give it a new lease on life, because it's just kind of bland and boring in my opinion. It was the Hollywood area was a little better, especially walking through the Nope sets. That was cool. But the theme this year with the Terror Tram, I don't understand. I saw another spec mapper, someone else's spec map, like not the official guys, but it said like Terror Tram rappers. That was the thing, and I honestly thought that was like a joke. I thought they were like kidding. Then of course, not the official spec map came out, and then you see Terror Tram celebrities, which is just kind of like the same thing. I don't get it. I don't particularly get that theme. I don't particularly like that theme. It doesn't make me excited to go on the Terror Tram and to use the Terror Tram. It makes me once again want it to go away. And I'd rather have like another house, if we could. Like, remember that year we had like 10 houses but no Terror Tram? This year we have like 9 houses and a Terror Tram. I'd rather take out the Terror Tram for another detailed, nice house, since I don't know what celebrities mean. Like, or is like a Kanye West, a monster Kanye West is going to try to come and stab you or something? Or Drake's going to come out there and stab you with Billie Eilish, Lady Gaga. Some of you might be wondering, where's Lady Gaga? Right? Even on the Orlando spec map, where's Lady Gaga? I don't know. She might be top secret. We'll discuss that when we get there. But yeah, I'm not feeling the Terror Tram celebrities. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below or in the chat, because it just does not excite me at all. So much so that I'm gonna move on, because I don't get it. I don't understand it. It should go away. But we get off the Terror Tram celebrities, and we are like, oh, that was sucky, but let's go have some fun. Then we go down to the low lot, and we get very crafty and interesting here. So it looks like Soundstage was a Soundstage 15 or Soundstage 29 in this particular area. Looks like there's 2 mazes. There might be. I heard rumors of 2 mazes sharing a soundstage, and this might be it, or sharing something, because these are very close to each other. So go downstairs and you go ride Jurassic World and the Mummy. And then, speaking of the Mummy, it looks like the Mummy's maze next to the Mummy will be themed. Theme to the Exorcist. Sean, your friend almost got it right. Billie Eilish was supposed to come to 2020's Halloween Horror Nights, but of course the pandemic shut that one down. But she was going to be our first, or not our first, but she was going to be at least the first recent musical guest. But of course the pandemic shut the parks down, and we got the weekend when Horror Nights was out again. That was fantastic. So I definitely think after the success of the weekend, that was definitely my favorite maze of last year. They want to do a musical guest, and I thought Slash. I was like, oh gosh, not Slash. I thought that's what that guitar was. But then, Lady Gaga and Horror Nights are kind of like each other's posts, just like the weekend last year. So if we get a music guest, it would be Lady Gaga, which is fantastic. She's a great horror fan. She's in American Horror Stories. Her makeup is very horror. She can do horror very well in terms of acting and dressing the part. So I'm very excited if she does come in, helps design her own house, because I think it'll be even more twisted and dark than the weekend, which would be insane. Like Lady Gaga is probably one of the only people who can top the weekend. So I hope we get a house from Gaga. Who was it? Yeah. The Exorcist. Exorcist Believer. This is probably because that new movie's coming out. The reboot is coming out. I just hope it's not the same Exorcist we had a couple years ago. Exorcist is cool, just as long as they change it up and it's not a repeat, because then it's just, kind of gets stale, right? Like, I didn't realize that these other parks, Fright Fest, Not Scary Farm, they have repeats now. Not Scary Farm's repeats are really good, like Origins and Mesmer. Six Flags' repeats aren't the greatest, so it sucks when there's nothing new. Although their new maze was pretty bad too, operationally. But hopefully the Exorcist, if it does come, it's not the exact same one we just had a couple of years ago. So I'll have to see about that. Moving on, Holidays in Hell. I remember that was always a scare zone. I loved that scare zone. I know it was an actual maze before. I never actually got to go in that maze, so I'm excited for it to be a maze again. That year, I saw every single maze except that one and something else because the lines were too long, unfortunately, and we just never got to it. So I'm excited to go into this Holidays in Hell maze. It's a cool take on it, right? Because you can, each holiday, there's Krampus in there. And there's the Thanksgiving. I think it's cool. I like the idea. Holidays in Hell. What do you guys think about Holidays in Hell and the Exorcist potentially coming here? Let me know in the comments below. And while you're letting me know, let's talk about Demon Slayer. I'm confused. Because I'm not an anime guy, so maybe this is why I'm confused. My cousins are anime guys, but I'm not an anime guy. So, I mean, it does say Demon Slayer. The name is Demon Slayer, but I guess he just slays demons. That's what they do. That's one thing I do like about anime. The titles are very direct. It tells you exactly what's going on. But is it scary or is it family friendly? I don't know. I'm not saying this to make fun of it. I genuinely don't know. So I'm asking you guys, would Demon Slayer be a good Halloween Horror Nights house? Do you guys think? And if you're watching this, you can let me know in the comments below. But in the chat, if you guys watch Demon Slayer or any anime, is this a good fit? I don't know. I haven't seen an episode, or maybe my cousin showed me one, but I wasn't really paying attention, so I don't know if it's good maze. But do you guys think a Demon Slayer would be a good fit for Halloween Horror Nights, an actual scary? Do you think it'll be Scarecrow La Llorona type of stuff, or do you think level of scares, or do you think it'll be more the Stranger Things, Ghostbusters type of family-friendly main IP, kind of draws everybody in, but it's not really scary, but focuses on set design? Sean, see, that's kind of what I thought. Demon Slayer is not horror, it's more action than anything. It's about Demon Slayer, and we're not working as a horror house yet. Yeah, see, because I know, obviously, it's called Demon Slayer, but I never really thought of any anime. I mean, there's actually, I must say, there's lots of anime, all different types of genres, so I'm sure there's some really scary animes out there, but Demon Slayer, it didn't seem to me like it was scary. So it seems like I'm right that according to Sean, it's just um, more action. By the way, Sean, since you're on the chat, your giveaway, Super Nintendo World giveaway gift did ship out today. Did ship out today, so it should be there by next week, early next week. So look out for your Yoshi prize pack in the mail next week. But yeah, so Demon Slayer, I don't know, but at least I mean, I know it's very popular. I mean, when the movie came out in the theaters in the top 10, so it's very popular. So maybe it'll be good. You never know. Maybe it'll be absolutely amazing. Even if it's not scary, maybe it'll be still like the set design, right? If it has this, anything has this level of set design is like Scarecrow, La Llorona, and The Weeknd, then I'll be very happy. So if Demon Slayer has something like that, I'll be stoked. And you know what? My cousins who've never been to the Halloween Horror Nights, I may be able to convince them to go if in fact Demon Slayer is here. Because they absolutely love anime, so I'm not sure if they're like horror nights, but I may be able to sneak them a ticket and get them to go, get them to buy a ticket if I say, hey look, Demon Slayer has a house here. And that would probably be the idea. That's probably Universal's idea, right? Let's get people, just like with The Weeknd, let's get people who don't normally come here to Horror Nights, because they know everyone watching this chat here is going to go to Halloween Horror Nights in Orlando or Hollywood, most likely, because we're theme park or horror fans, or both, right? But other people, casual people, like I actually went with someone last year too, never been to Horror Nights, and only went to Horror Nights because The Weeknd was her favorite artist, and she's like, I have to go to The Weeknd's house because, oh my gosh, I cannot wait. And I went to The Weeknd bar. The whole night was centered around The Weeknd. I took her. She loved it. She loved Horror Nights. She had a great time, and she loved The Weeknd's house, and she probably will go back this year. And that's smart. That's what Universal is doing. Get these big IPs. Demon Slayer's anime has a huge fan base, so they can take some of that, convert them to horror fans. Maybe a lot of these people at Horror Nights only go to Universal Studios once a year, and some of them haven't been to Universal in forever. So maybe they'll go, look at the day-night combo tickets and see Super Nintendo World, and then go to the Demon Slayer's house afterwards. They sell a lot of that. Again, they sell all those day-night combo tickets. From a business perspective, Demon Slayer actually is absolutely a great IP. I just wasn't sure if it was scary. Sean says Demon Slayer, he wants it to be an actual attraction rather than a house. I'd be down for that if there's just like a general anime land, right? Like a whole land of different animes or something, instead of just a standalone attraction. But that would be cool. An anime land, especially in Universal Studios Japan, where that's very, very popular. It's very popular here too, but obviously, just like Nintendo, all that started over there. Japan is very creative with animation, so they should go. Sad wants a Ghostface house. Yeah, a Scream 6 house. Something Antonius above mentioned he wanted a Scream 6 house. Scream 6 was definitely the scariest of the Screams. So definitely most has had me like when they're on that spoiler alert. But when they're on that ladder and he was like shaking it, I was like, oh my gosh, is she gonna make it? She's gonna make it, and well, one of them made it, and one of them fell. So I was like, oh gosh, no, she didn't make it. So I'd be down for a Scream house. Let's see here. What is this? This is so sad. This event. This is a spec map. This is a rumor map, basically. Someone with inside info, or more inside info than any of us have. They put together a spec map, usually 3 of them, each year, for Halloween Horror Nights. This is the horror event at Universal Studios Hollywood in Orlando. And you go, and they have about, here in Hollywood, this is Hollywood's map. There's 9 haunted houses in the Tram, which is like half of haunted house. So there's, so you go through 10 houses, or 9 houses, and, just like a haunted house. It's like a Halloween event. and they have major IPs. These are the rumored ones. Chucky is confirmed, but the rest of them are not. Uh, but yeah, there is definitely a chance that you can get a ghost-faced house or Scream 6 house um, at this event, but at a future event. Certainly something with that is Paramount, right? So Paramount usually they may host their own thing and have it there. So yeah, just keep on waiting. But where was I? Yeah, so Demon Slayer. I think that's a fantastic business IP there to try to draw some new people that may have never been to Universal before or been to the Halloween Hornets before. May convince them to again get a day night pass to visit Super Nintendo World. Maybe they'll come out with a pass if they love Super Nintendo World so much, or Wizarding World of Harry Potter, or Jurassic World. Right? Maybe they never been, or even Springfield. Some people I love The Simpsons. Some people love The Simpsons so much, and even though the ride is old, they don't know that. They've never been, right? And maybe we'll go on and like, oh my god, this is the greatest ride ever. And let's get an annual pass and come to Universal again. So, business perspective, absolutely fantastic. Oh, sad he did not like the new Mario movie. Is the weekend gonna have a house again? I sure hope so. I don't think so, but I wish. Lady Gaga might have one though. And that's a nice transition. So moving on to Top Secret. What could the Top Secret maze be? Could be Lady Gaga, right? She's been liking posts. But I've also heard it could be Stranger Things, season 3 and 4, with Vecna as the lead chasing you, right? The Mind Flayer and Vecna trying to get you. That would be cool. I just hope the last couple Stranger Things houses were not scary. So that one has, if it is Stranger Things, it has me a little nervous. I hope they do it. I mean, the set design was fantastic. Like Ghostbusters, set design was fantastic. But the actual house wasn't scary. And I feel like, especially, Ghostbusters is obviously a silly type of IP. It's comedy, right? So that one I didn't expect to be scary. I thought maybe some cool animatronics and a great set design, and there was. Ghostbusters was really cool. Stranger Things is not like horrifically scary. It's no like Exorcist or no like Monsters Maze or something, but it should be like decently scary. I have a couple of jump scares, but yes, they had like no jump scares. You saw like all of them right there. All of the just my Demogorgons were like there out in front of you. You saw them a mile away. That was a little disappointing. So, if Stranger Things comes back to this Horror Nights event or a different Horror Nights event, I just hope there's some actual, scares. The Weekend's house had more scares, like actual scares in Horror Night than the Stranger Things mazes, which is crazy to me. It's fantastic for the Weekend, but very sad for the for Stranger Things. It should definitely be scary. It should be more jump scares than what there usually are. Again, it could be Lady Gaga, it could be Stranger Things, it could be something else. What do you want the Top Secret maze to be? Sean says Universal has a good relationship with Paramount and Warner Brothers, so yeah, Universal shouldn't be afraid. Again, they should. I'd love a Scream house, so I'd use that good relationship with Paramount and bring Smile. Smile was a good house movie as well, and it's very successful. Bring that to Horror Nights. I mean, pretty nice. But yeah, what do you think, guys think the Top Secret IP is gonna be? What would you like it to be? What would be your dream IP there? Again, I'm going with Stranger Things or Lady Gaga. I prefer Lady Gaga because a musical house. It was fantastic last year, so I'd love one for this year. But we'll have to see. What do you guys think? And then you got about 10 minutes left for you guys to ask me questions. No, sad, not the Weekend house, but I'm saying just a musical house in general, like Lady Gaga or another, like scary, or like Billie Eilish, right? Someone who's kind of like has that goth vibe, who can really do a good horror house, but also have good music as well. Ooh, I like that. You know, in the first Spec map set, there was actually a clown. The clown seemed to disappear and changed with like an owl, but a lot of people were speculating maybe the clown was Pennywise. Um, and yep, and Tony has also said maybe it's Sig Maze is an It Maze. I wouldn't be upset with that kid. I think the Stranger Things on Lady Gaga. I love Pennywise. I love It, so I'd definitely be down for a Pennywise house. Maybe next year though, especially because that Welcome to Derry prequel series is coming out on HBO Max or Max next year. So maybe next year they'll do a Pennywise house to tie in with that show. John says he thinks the Universal Studios Howling Hornets will include Horrors of Blumhouse with Megan Stranger Things, Universal Monsters Bears, and of course Chucky and the Tram. Yeah, I'm sure it'll include some of those. But yeah, I definitely think maybe next year with that, or whenever you get that prequel show comes out, I think it's next year. I think it would be the perfect opportunity to have it some type of Pennywise house. See, I currently got 8 more minutes, guys. 8 more minutes for any Halloween Hornets or theme park related questions. Once again, I take this time. Do I want an Insidious 5 maze? That would be cool. Have we had an Insidious anything maze though? I'm not sure. But that would be cool. That would be cool. And again, the movie is coming out. If Insidious was on the first Spec map, anything can happen. It is important to note that for some reason, a couple of years ago, the past few years, the Spec map for Hollywood has been pretty accurate. Last year, almost every, I don't know if you guys remember, but almost every house was just completely off. Like, the Halloween Hornets made, like, their Spec map for Hollywood, for Orlando, was pretty spot on. For Hollywood, it was pretty off, except for like 2 of them. I was like, wow, that's pretty sad. Sad. They do. They use the back lot for a lot of these mazes. So like, 2 of them you use the Cary Shores parking lot. A couple of them you have to go behind Transformers. So you do get to go in a bigger spot than just a typical theme park. Sean does not think that Holidays in Hell, Exorcist, Demon Slayer, or the Owl are coming. Okay. Evil Dead Rise again, and all the stuff is there for that Evil Dead Rise maze, or house. Yeah. Switching up the nomenclature. They used to be called mazes, and last year they switched the houses to be with Orlando. So I still find myself calling them mazes, but they're houses officially, haunted houses. Makes more sense because, but then it doesn't make sense because some of them go in an actual house, but most of them, the actual structure is just a maze. But whatever, it's the same thing, no matter what it is. Same idea. I'm going to take this time to remind you once again, if you become a member, starting tomorrow, you'll get an early access video to some Donkey Kong idea. Not a rumor, but an idea I have to kind of expand capacity on the lower lot, because when and if a Nintendo expansion comes, it's going to be quite busy down there. It's already quite busy down there, so Stay tuned for my ideas, and if not, that video will be coming on Monday for all subscribers on Monday at noon. So stay tuned for that. Subscribe to the channel so you don't, and turn on that notification button so you don't, don't miss out on that. 5 more minutes for some more questions. 5 more minutes for more Halloween Horror Nights questions. Glad the stream was able to work out due to those. Without those technical issues, we're gonna, stop me there for a cool second. That they're gonna. I thought it was a whole new stream and it's be very annoying, but I'm glad I closed some stuff off and then it worked out. But yeah, any last questions for a few more minutes? We'll go work on the video. The last one should be based on the series. Maybe it'll be both. Maybe it'll be the series and the games. If it comes at all, by the way. Because again, all rumor, none of it's confirmed. I'd love to see Donkey Kong come to Hollywood, just with some modifications, because that capacity for the coaster is quite low. And the Universal Hollywood definitely needs more capacity, not less. I don't know if you guys saw or heard the Comcast earnings call, but Universal's record attendance and record profits in Super Nintendo World, so they're going to need some massive expansions soon to soak up all those new people. Toad, I heard Toad will be here in the fall. They're currently hiring for performers for Toad, or they didn't say Toad, but the height they mentioned kind of matches Toad's height. So I expect Toad by the fall time. So do a meet and greet in Super Nintendo World. 3 more minutes. 3 more minutes. Any theme park questions or any Halloween Horror Nights questions you have? By the way, it's almost May, so we should be getting our second announcement hopefully next month. We usually get something about May. Again, we got the first one was Chucky. Got that in November of last year. So hopefully we'll get 1 or 2 announcements next month. As we're starting to see the facade work, probably get the Parisian Courtyard one, because that facade is really starting to show. Can't really see the Curious George mazes because they blocked out the parking garage. They added those screens there, and can't really see the Lola maze. So Universal probably want to announce the one that guests can see, and that facade seems to be at least halfway done. And that is the Parisian Courtyard, which is the owl maze, if it stays that way. So stay tuned for that. Do you think Waterworld closes at the end of summer? I know they said that. I'm not sure where they heard it, if they're just guessing, but I don't know. I just know if it did, Universal would be without a show, at all. Waterworld's their last major show, so I don't think they'd want to do that. I don't think it'd be good. It's a great people eater, especially in the summertime. So unless they're gonna put up a temporary show real quick, I don't know. I don't know what they do in terms of entertainment. Otherwise, everyone just filters into a line or is on the walkway. That would make an already crowded park even more crowded. You want to take a crowded park, you want to get those people somewhere to go. So sitting in a 25-minute show, that takes a few hundred people off the walkways at one time. So you need a show there. So I don't think it would close in the summer, at least without some type of temporary show to soak up some people. But you never know with Universal, they can do whatever they want. I definitely recommend watching it though, especially in the summertime, because you get nice and you get like soaked if you sit in the soak zone. So that'll be a nice way to cool down, no matter what, if it's closing or not. Alrighty, it is 7:50 p.m. Thank you guys so much for joining me on this live stream. Again, sorry for those early delays in the first few minutes of the stream. Internet, and I think because I had the my editing software open for my other video, I think it just didn't quite work out too well. But now the rest of the other 45 minutes were beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me and talking Halloween Horror Nights Hollywood with me. Probably not going to talk about Orlando since the Spec map is out now, and unless you guys want to talk about Orlando, we can talk about Orlando. It'll have to be on Saturday though. If you guys want me to do on the stream talk about Orlando's Spec map, let me know in the comments below or in the chat. Maybe we'll do a poll. So I might do that on Saturday. If not, then thank you so much for joining me for Hollywood's Spec map. Born Spectacular should definitely come, but also not be replaced by Waterworld. Hopefully, Born can come with like the lower lot, and that way you can have Waterworld showing the upper lot and showing the lower lot, so people have to go up and down. Born go to whatever show, whatever lot they're on. Yeah, thank you so much for joining me. Have a very Halloweeny night, everybody. Thank you so much. Consider becoming a member, and stay tuned for that video tomorrow if you are, and if not, stay tuned for a video on Monday. Have a good night, everybody.